Welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So looking at the Master League. So no huge changes to my team. Well, no changes at all. Running Giratina, Dialga and Snorlax. We'll jump in, do 5 more battles and see how we go. So the one that I'm concerned with, or the move that I'm not sure about, is when opposition lead with Dialga. Do I switch in with my own Dialga, or do I switch in with my Snorlax? To be honest, I think what I will do is switch in with my Snorlax, and the first move I throw will be the Earthquake, because it seems no one's really going for the baited Earthquake. So when I throw, when I'm throwing Body Slam instead of Earthquake, people aren't shielding it. They're letting it go through, and then it's doing no damage. So I think the first charge move v Dialga is going to be I'm going to run the Earthquake now. So we'll see how we go. I'll jump in, get it started, and see how we fare here. So my rating's 2670, which is okay. Hopefully we get a decent lead. Let's see. Dialga. So I think I'm going to swap in with my own Dialga. And so the problem with what just happened there is I took far too long to switch. And I definitely should not have, let's just charge up to a, so the question is, do I shield this one, or do I let it go down? So I'm going to shield this one, because it is the superpower. I think I got in just in time. I have. So they'll have to... they've taken the hit there, so they're going to throw into another superpower here, which is fine. So I will let this one go. It will still do a lot of damage, but it won't quite do as much, because it's already been debuffed, and I'll probably get to another superpower before I can. No, so I got to my charge move first, so it'll be interesting to see whether they shield here. If they don't shield, it will probably go close to taking them out. Yeah, so they have shielded that, that's fine. The question is, do I shield this one? No, I don't think I will. I'll let it go. Let's see what happens. Is it enough to take me out? It is, so I'll bring in my own, and they're going to be able to swap out very soon, so I'm going to just try and farm up as much as I can. So I won't shield this, it's going to be a rock slide. It does pretty much no damage because it's been debuffed twice, and that's absolutely fine. So when they throw out, they're going to throw out their own Dialga 100% every day of the week. I'm going to throw my Ominous Wind, see what happens here. So they'll shield that up, which is absolutely fine with me. So if I can get off this, so I didn't get off the Shadow Ball, so I will shield this up, because it's going to be the Iron Head, and I'm in pretty close range to being taken out here. So I'm going to throw this Shadow Ball. So I was really hoping I could have got to that Shadow Ball first, because then I wouldn't have bothered blocking, but it's not the case. Let's see if I can get to an Ominous Wind. I can't, which leaves me only with my Lick Snorlax. Let's hope they don't get to a charge move, which they haven't, and let's see what's in the back. So this will determine, so they're not sitting pretty here. I'm hoping they don't have Dragon Pulse. If they have Dragon Pulse, then I could be in trouble. Well, if they have Dragon Pulse, it's going to be much closer. And there's the Dragon Pulse. So I'm going to go straight up Earthquakes, because they have no shields, and it's going to do a lot more damage than the Body Slam would. So I'm hoping I can get to another Earthquake before they can get... If they get to a Dragon Pulse, I think I'm just going to throw this Body Slam, because it's going to be really close to being in range. So let's just throw this Body Slam and hope for the best. It's going to be a close call, because Body Slam's going to do next to no damage, but let's see. It's not quite enough. Do I have enough for another one? And licked it down. So that's a really close game there, and as you can see, the Dragon Pulse Giratina actually fares pretty well against Snorlax there, so I did manage the win. Had I not had Earthquake there and had had Superpower instead, I definitely wouldn't have got the win there. So I guess that's why I'm running Earthquake over Superpower for that matchup. But I have been considering swapping to Superpower, so we'll see how it continues on, whether I do that or not. Lots of Giratinas are now running Dragon Pulse as their second charge move, so I think I'll stick with Earthquake for now. So we'll jump into battle number 2 and see how we go. So straight into Aussie Kev. G'day. Let's see how we go here. So, another Dialga lead, are you serious? So, let's try and get my own Dialga out there. So I've got a slightly higher CP than them, and they're swapping straight into Melmetal, which is really unfortunate for me. So I will, again, shield. So I think this could be bait because they didn't really wait long enough to throw this. Yeah, so that's really good that they decided to throw then. So this next one I will shield because it looks like they're saving up for a much longer period of time. Very interesting that they're not throwing there. So I'm going to shield this up. Oh, and I baited again. So I might as well just start throwing my charge moves. No, so apparently I'm not going to start throwing my charge moves, so this is really bad. Let's hope that when this unfreezes that I something happens maybe at any point. Oh, so unfortunately I have thrown my charge moves, so it'll be interesting to see how much health I've actually got left here. So they've shielded that one. Oh, so I tried to switch out of there, but so I'm going to shield this as well. Oh god, they've baited me again. This is just awful. And I've made a complete mess of this because I didn't throw a charge move, and they're definitely 100% superpowering me this time. Yeah, because that's going to one-shot me, and that's just wasted all of that energy. And I've double shield. Oh man, I'm in a bad spot here. So they're going to swap out to their own Giratina, I would imagine. Oh no, not Giratina, Dialga. So obviously I can't shield here. It's going to be a rock slide. It's going to be debuff, so it's fine. And I'm just going to farm up because I have to farm up massively to... So I'm going to go for an Ominous Wind, just because I want to bait out their second shield, and then I'm going to straight up Shadow Ball this thing. Let's hope I've got enough charge to do just that, which I should. What? Okay, so this is all gone wrong for me. That's going to take me out. Oh, so it was so close. And I've still got 3 Pokemon in the bank, and I've got absolutely nothing. So all that lag there, not getting that charge move off, not swapping, it's just horrible, absolutely horrible. So the least I can do is try and take out this Dialga. And I'm really hoping I actually get to see what their third Pokemon is. They're going to bring out the Registeel just because that's going to superpower me down in a second and game over. But let's see what happens. So there's the Registeel. Let's hope I can... Oh, and I did fast move it down. What have they got in the back? So this is interesting. If it doesn't have Dragon Pulse, it's going to be much closer than I would have thought. So they've got to there. Let's see if it's Dragon Pulse. It's Dragon Pulse, of course it is. So had I not played that so horribly badly, it might have been a slightly different outcome. Yeah, that was just really poor play when I had the Dialga there. I just didn't make a decision. Shielded twice. Yeah, just very poor play. So definitely deserve to lose that game. So hopefully not another... So this is not a good lead for me either. So what I'm going to do is straight up Ominous Wind. If they don't defend with the Ominous Wind, would be better for me. I don't want to lose switch advantage, and I can get to a double Ominous Wind here if I... Let's see, if they don't throw their charge move, which they have. So I'm going to shield this up, because they're going to Ancient Power, and then they're going to think I have the Shadow Ball, because there's no reason to shield if this is just an Ominous Wind, but I'm hoping they're not counting, and they have used their shield, which is fine. And then just got the boost, so it's too little too late, but that's fine. See what happens here. They may switch out, they may not, so... Oh, so I'm hoping we didn't see MP tie there, because I would just like to, if we did, let's see. Oh, and so they've got the boost there, so now I have to throw this. This is ridiculous. So that's really not good for me, because that boost, even the charm damage is absolutely massive, so I need to get rid of that thing as soon as possible. Let's see what comes out next. So they've got their own Snorlax, which is interesting. So I'm just going to go... Oh, so is this a bait or is it not? I'm really hoping it is. So it is the Body Slam. That's good. So I'll go into my own Body Slam. So they may think that I'm... Let's see what they think. I'm hoping to get a shield here, to be completely honest, and I haven't. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. See if I can get to my Body Slam before they do, which I can. Happy days. So let's just... try and get as much damage on this as possible. So they're going to have to throw their own Body Slam. Otherwise it's just going to be too much damage being taken. So I'm not going to shield that either. I'm going to save my shield for the Dialga. So Body Slammed again, which is fine. I might be able to get to a Body Slam. Yes, I can. Happy days. So let's just... throw that in. So they'll have almost a Body Slam there, and then down. So that's absolutely fine. Let's see what comes out. So they're switched out, so that's fine. I can't switch in. Oh, this is not good. So I have to shield this. So they're obviously going to shield as well, and this is, I think, pretty much good game, because they're going to get to a charge move before I can, and I can't fast move farm them down from this range. So yeah, they're going to... I'm in range now, so assuming they don't absolutely mess up their charge move, it's a good game. So... coming into Dialga leads and Giratina, that's a bit of a pain. So they had a completely anti-meta team, and they happened to hit exactly what you want when you've got an anti-meta team. So they got a good lineup there. So that's really unfortunate for me. We'll jump into the next one. So really hoping for something that isn't a horrible lead for me. So far I've got, what, 2 Dialgas and a Togekiss, which is just terrible. The worst possible leads, and another one that's just awful. So let's see what happens here. So they've got a Best Buddy Dialga, so they will be beating me here, which is fine. Let's see what they do. So they've not thrown their charge move yet, and they have now. So I will shield this up, and then I'll instantly throw my own charge move. Let's see what they do. Of course, it's going to be Iron Head. I'd be an absolute fool to throw a Draco Meteor there. They just need to maintain this, and then they're fine. So they've shielded that up, which of course they're going to. Let's see what happens here. I'm really, really hoping I can get to my next one. And I missed out by a tiny, tiny fraction, which is just ridiculous. So I'm really not happy with that. So I'm going to have to shield up here. They're probably going to switch out. Yeah, so it is the Draco Meteor, which it works for me. So I'm not going to throw my own charge move. I know it's going to farm me down a lot, but I need to save that for whatever comes in next. Let's see what it is. Oh, so that's good for me. So it'll be interesting to see what their last Pokemon is. Just because obviously... Oh, so they've taken that hit. Oh, and I've just got a boost, so that's really good. Let's see if I can get a second boost. If I can get a second boost, it's pretty much game over. So they've used up their last shield. I've obviously got no shields. This will be a rock slide, so it won't do too much damage. So that's fine. I'll now go straight for, and they've quit. So happy days. So getting that boost really helps. It would have been a close match. You would have been interested to see what was in the back. So because they threw out a metal against Giratina, I imagine they had either I don't know. That's possibly one of the worst lineups you could have. The only other one I could think of is potentially a Kyogre in the back. Yeah. Kyogre, maybe a Mewtwo, something that's just really squishy to Giratina. And then quitting out after the boost sort of indicates that because, but happy days. So another really poor lead. Just one nice lead match would be really good. I'd be really happy with one nice lead in this set. And let's see. So I'm 2-2 so far. Let's hope that we get something decent. So this is an interesting lead. So I think I'm going to shield this. So I'll throw the Ominous Wind. One, because I think they will shield this first one, which they have. And two, I want to go for that boost. Love the boost. Let's see. So they're going to go for a Rock Wrecker, which will absolutely wreck me, so I have to shield. So Rock Wrecker does huge amounts of damage, so always shield that every day of the week. So I'll throw another Ominous Wind here, as I think they may double shield this. Be interesting to see. So they have double shielded, so that's good, which means that frees me up to, let's see, can I get there first? I can. So that's really good for me. So we'll see how much damage this does. I may just let this go. I'm hoping. Oh, so do I shield this? I'm going to shield. I want switch advantage. Oh, so that's really bad. Oh, they had a superpower. So that's really good on their part. So this is really interesting. So they've got the best thing that they've got to come out against this Giratina is a Kyogre, which is really not good. Really not good for them. Not good at all. So I think they're going to be able to... are they going to try and fast move farm me, or are they going to... Yeah, so they're going to throw the Surf, which will take me out, which is fine. I'll come back in with Dialga and let's see what they've got. So 1, 2. So they've got a Metagross. So I'm going to swap out myself and go straight for the Earthquake. So they may be able to... they're definitely going to be able to get to 1 Meteor Mash before me, but I'm really hoping that I can get to, let's see, my Earthquake before they get to a second Meteor Match, which I should be able to without any trouble, which I have, which is very good for me. And then the only thing I'm worried about is absolutely nothing, because this Kyogre is going to be taken out by... oh, so they've used their Surf, which is fine. I'll come in with my Giratina and just a couple of Dragon Breaths and it's down, so fine. And then that's game 5. So managed to get 3 there. Game 2 was awful. I need to look back at that and just... I think all that lag really, I guess, just threw me out of my rhythm. So we'll grab those, and I think threw me out of my rhythm, and I just froze on making quick decisions, which I should have done. I should have changed out of my Dialga as soon as that switch clock came up, and swapped back into Giratina, even though they would have had the Dialga to switch into. It would have then meant I had energy on my Dialga, and also I would have been able to farm up a little bit of energy before they switched into their own Dialga if I switched into Giratina. So I really should have done that, but I mean, it was just a poor game, and the more games you get under the belt, the better off you'll do. So let's see what that's done. So 2670, I'm hoping that's 2679, so going up the average of 9 points. So happy with that, and sort of gives you, shows a bit of my poor decision making in PvP, and shows that obviously still with the poor decision making, if you've got a reasonable team, stick with that sort of familiar team so you know where to switch and who to switch into. You can still do reasonably well. I think I'm pretty happy with the fact I'm ranked 9. Obviously I'd love to get to rank 10, but I don't think that's going to happen. Only 8 days left in the league, and I think definitely my strongest seems to be Master League, just because I happen to have some pretty good Master League stuff, and the Great and Ultra is there's a lot more people playing that, and a lot more people sort of have been playing that for a lot longer. I've only really got into the PvP since Battle League started, so I'm a bit behind on the Great and Ultra League Pokemon in terms of knowing what teams work well, and having used them all in the past and seeing a bunch of other teams. So yeah, unlikely I'll get to rank 10, but I'll definitely give it a go. So hopefully that was useful for someone. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.